Hello guys, this is Lost and welcome to another episode of Learn to Play Heroes of the Storm. This episode we are going to be featuring Rehgar. So with Rehgar, you have a very versatile all-around support. I'd say he's still one of the best solo healers in the game. He can blitz heal anybody back up to full with his ancestral healing. He provides a lot of utility with his totem, and he has a lot of mobility with his ghost wolf. Let's delve deep into this hero and let's get ready to go. Okay, let's first take a look at Rhaegar's abilities here. We have his chain heal. His chain heal is amazing because it not only heals one, but it heals up to two other nearby allies for half the heal of the first heal. So it's on a 9-second cooldown. Yes, it is 70 mana, and at the beginning here, you can choose to take the Spirit Walker's Erase, which does reduce the cooldown, the mana cost from 70 to 45. But we'll delve into that in a moment here. It's one of the best all-around overall heals in the game. Lightning Shield. Lightning Shield is great for wave clear. Throw it on a tank and just let him wreak havoc. It can also be buffed to actually give a shield. It's not a significant shield, but it can get you to the point where it could be the difference between a death or a save. Gonna move on to his Earthbind Totem. His Earthbind Totem is crucial. You can use it for so many things. You can use it to zone. You can use it to disengage. You can use it to prevent a person from getting away. It's really versatile in the way it can be used. And on a 15-second cooldown, it's really nice to have, especially with the fact that it lasts for 8 seconds and it just sits there and it kind of like taunts people. Come at me, bro. Ghost Wolf. Ghost Wolf is amazing. It's an instant mount that you can get, and you can just. They're about to kill you, you just pop into it, you run away. Simply put, you run away. They have to chase you. It's going to take them a second and a half to sit there and mount up, and then try to chase you. It's you can also use it to deal extra damage. If you do not know that while you are in your wolf form, if you attack anybody, the first strike coming out is going to be increased by, if I'm not mistaken, does it say here? I think it's 100%. I believe it is 100%. Increases, it doesn't say. I'm not exactly sure. But yes, it will hit pretty freaking hard up towards the higher levels, especially if you decide to go with the Feral Lunge, and it can get pretty nasty. Now we will delve right into the key part of his healing, the ancestral healing, the best ability to top somebody off. I'm not even top somebody off, but to boost somebody back up to full life as quick as possible. The only downfall is you must time it and know when to use it. Don't save it for that last second heal on your tank to just see that you got it off and it got canceled, or you got stunned out of it, or it wasn't quick enough, it was in the middle of casting, just to watch them die. Better safe than sorry. Cast it when they're around. I'd say a third of their life, maybe as low as a quarter. Just get it off, get it in the bag, get it on cooldown, and get it ready for the next time you're going to use it. This thing can burst Diablo almost all the way back up to full health. This thing can help save your tank. This thing can destroy team fights because they blitz down your Vala. Blood for blood, blood for blood, blood for blood, triple blood for bloods on the Vala. They got her slowed. She's going to get, she has like 2 seconds on her vault. She's about to die. Boom, the ancestral healing goes off. She's back to full health. She turns around and now they're in a bad position. They just wasted all their stuff, all their slow, all their life steal. They wasted a lot of their CDs to kill this person, and you just fully healed them back. It's just, it can turn a fight. It can turn a fight so much. Bloodlust, it's more gimmicky than anything else. I mean, there could be a way you could find to use it, but in all honesty, I guess it has a place. I just don't know where at the moment. Alright, let's delve into his talents. Spirit Walker's Grace, as I said, with Healing Totem getting the nerf bat, I mean, it's still viable, but because it went from 45-second cooldown to 60-second cooldown, and now it only heals for 2% over 10 seconds, plus the fact that it now is more targetable by AoEs. You can no longer just sit it and stand on it. You have to actually position this thing, which could involve you actually, running around just trying to find the correct place to put it. It's more hassle than what it's worth for Rehgar, especially when you have an option right here, and that option is Colossal Totem. This is just ridiculous. It increases the area and the health of the thing, so it's not just going to get, it's going to take a few whacks to kill this thing now. And also, expanding that range of the slow can really help, as I said, the utility of everything you have. It just traps things longer, it keeps them closer to you, it keeps them further away from you if you need to escape. It's just an all around great talent to take, and the only reason why it wasn't ever picked before, in my opinion, was because Healing Totem was just so good. Empowering Charge, you have to kind of really focus around it. I mean, if you're trying to buff an Illidan, that's about it. Buffing that Kerrigan, I mean, yeah, targets next three basic attacks by 25%. Nah, I just don't see it happening. Yet again, the Spirit Walker's Grace. If you're really having mana issues on Rehgar, and you're finding that you're always low on mana, I mean, you can take it. It's not going to hurt. Better safe than sorry. But my way to go would definitely be the Colossal Totem. Okay, on to level 4. Level 4, we have Feral Heart, Chain Reaction, Focused Attack, Reactive Spark, Farsight. In all honesty, these three, I've played probably 100 games on Rehgar. I don't think I've ever taken any of these three unless I was going for the Buff the Illidan build right here. But, I mean, that's... Waste for nearby enemy. Yeah, I don't even understand that one. In my opinion, it's just a waste. Feral Heart and Farsight should be the two that you are focusing on mainly. Farsight, once you get comfortable with Rehgar and you can understand and manage his mana as well as possible, you will be able to take Farsight. Farsight is amazing. 30-second global vision wherever you need it. Just hit it on the mini-map and it will give you vision there. You do not have to run to the spot and drop it. It's not Tassadar. It doesn't, just open up a place around you. You can literally extend vision on team fights. If you have a Nova that's jumping in, she's trying to snipe you and then she runs out, you can drop it right where she went, and now she's revealed. If you can catch her, she's revealed. You can use it to check the boss on Sky Temple, on Blackheart's Bay, on Cursed Hollow. It's so good. Vision wins games. You'll probably hear me say that many, many times throughout these Learn to Play sessions, episodes, but I'm not lying when I say it. Vision wins games. You can tell if a team is planning on engaging, if they're disengaging. Just popping that Clairvoyance or that Farsight down sometimes could be enough to deter a team fight. Simply put, they might double think. They might say, okay, well now that our spot is blown. If you think they're bushing it, don't, and you have Farsight up, okay, pop it. Just rather safe than sorry. If you waste it, you waste it. It's going to be up in 30 seconds. By the time your team's done yelling at you that you shouldn't have done it, it's a backup and you can use it again. Feral Heart. If you are uncomfortable with your mana regen on Rehgar, you want to be grabbing Feral Heart. I understand that everything I just said about Farsight is so amazing, but if you cannot manage your mana, it's not going to mean anything for you to grab that. It's going to be everything for you to grab Feral Heart. Feral Heart is great for those long sustained fights. You can just sit in the back in wolf form and regen really quick. You can sit in lane and just soak XP while you're just never going down on mana. You get this talent, and as long as you have downtime, you're in wolf form, you never have to go back. It's just too good to take up. It's not only mana, it's health too. So it's yet again, it's preventing you from one extra heal that you have to heal on yourself. So good. I mean, chain reaction, meh. Focus attack, you're not trying to deal damage. Reactive spark, as I said, I don't even understand that. I would either say Feral Heart or Farsight. My opinion, play it safe, take Feral Heart, unless you're really comfortable with Rehgar, and then take Farsight. Moving on to level 7. Yet again, battle momentum. You really don't need to take this. There's no necessary reason to take this at all. His cooldowns are low enough. You have enough self-sustain. You have enough. Your chain heal does enough AoE healing. Your lightning shield will give them a shield once you picked up Earth Shield. There's just no reason to take it. Yet again, searing attacks, you're not trying to do damage. If you're just messing around and you have like a problem with overextending or something like that, you can take Shadow Wolf. But for the shield that you're sacrificing, I mean, you're here to heal, and that's another yet again another heal that can scale pretty big come later levels. So I would honestly keep this. I would honestly just pick Earth Shield, get it in your head. Earth Shield, simply put, good game. We've discussed this before. I mean, Bloodlust, 40% attack speed and 30% movement speed is nothing really to laugh at, but when you think about what I just told you earlier about how you can change team fights, what you're giving up to get it, I wouldn't do it. Not in a heartbeat. I mean, and plus, 40% attack speed. I mean, you're gonna have to have like a basic attack comp around it. You're gonna have to have an Illidan, a Kerrigan, something that you can just go ham. A Thrall, a Vala, Tychus would benefit nicely. Hammer would benefit nicely from this. But in all honesty, it's on a 2 minute cooldown, and it only lasts for 10 seconds. So 110 seconds you have to wait for this thing to pop, and then you have to get the perfect opportunity to line it up, or else you're just wasting it. And a lot of times you'll pop this once or twice at most a game. Whereas ancestral healing is 60 seconds, and you're going to be popping it pretty much whenever you get a damn chance, because there's more team fights that you're going to need to heal and to save people in than there are going to be opportunities where you can actually align this perfectly to get the full effect. Okay, Healing Surge. This used to be my go-to talent. It really, really does. Really, really was. I can increase the target on the primary heal by 25% and heal an additional target. I mean, that just increases his AoE all that much more. It's a great talent. I love it. If you're not comfortable with your healing, pick this. If not, I mean, you can go. This would get again fall into the whole empowering charge build. You're trying to buff an Illidan, buff something else. Lightning Totem, not necessary. You're not here to deal damage. Putting that on your totem's kind of a waste. Feral Lunge we'll talk about in a second. Spell Shield, if they are slaughtering you, like Nova keeps hunting you, Kael'thas is Pyroblast. I mean, literally a perfect storm of they just want to kill the Rehgar and you are struggling to get away, I can understand taking this, but in all honesty, I would not pass it up for the Healing Surge or the Feral Lunge. The Feral Lunge is amazing. It allows you not only a further escape, you can target a minion with this in a wave. Say you're stuck in the jungle and they're about to get you. You just, you get up, you click towards the minion and he'll lunge. And you can click towards another minion and he'll lunge again as long as you do it really quick enough. You can also use this to chase and deal a little bit of extra damage. I mean, yeah, attacks in Ghost Wolf is increased from 100% to 200%. Those things can hit pretty freaking hard. If I'm not mistaken, I think you can crit with those things and probably be dealing 6, 7, 800 things a bite. And if you're quick enough, you can get 2 off before it'll actually pop you out of wolf form. Yeah, my build would be, as of to the point, we would be at Colossal Totem. We'd be, I'd say, Farsight for myself or Feral Heart, whichever one. Then we'd be back to Earth Shield, Ancestral Healing, and then I would go Feral Lunge just because of the utility it provides. It provides yet again another escape, another and a little bit more sustained damage. I mean, his healing overall is fine without the Healing Surge, so you really don't have to pick it. But if you're not comfortable with healing on Rehgar, then take it. Level 16. Level 16, you are not. I mean, double lightning bond. If you need to clear waves like super freaking quick, like they have the world on your core, that would be like a last resort, a last ditch effort. Cast it on somebody else, and you get a shield too. You can clear waves pretty quickly, but I mean, with the way people are nowadays, you don't need it. Earthcrest Totem. This one is really really nice with the Colossal Totem in the beginning, but you're giving up blood for it. Now you need to make a decision here yourself. Do you want the extra? Basically, it's basically a stun. It's a 90-second root. I mean, it's only for a second, but it could be the difference. You have to decide yourself. Do you feel more comfortable with the blood for blood, which is, yet again, a short-ranged damaging trait, which will heal you and will slow. So it's gonna slow them. which over the course of 3 seconds might be enough for somebody else to jump on them, versus this only slows them. I mean, this all but stops them for 1 second. So you have to consider that there. But it is increasing the range that you can cast it. Yet again, kind of nice utility, but in all, I would say Blood for Blood, Berserk. Don't even worry about it. We don't need it. It's not worth it because we're not attacking. If you're going for full damage, Rehgar, that'll be another guide, I guess. But yeah, we're not attacking. Then we get up here now. Farseer's Blessing increases heal and heals in an area. The first one does enough healing that you really don't need to take this. In all honesty, you're putting it yet again it's a 60-second cooldown. So we're going to look down here at Storm Shield, and that's a 45-second cooldown for 20% of max health of all the heroes, all the allied heroes around you. So in my personal opinion, this is much better because Rehgar does enough healing. The shields are just going to be so universal, it's going to prevent him from having to heal, and it's just so much better. It's on a 15-second less cooldown, and it's going to, 20% of a Diablo or an ATC, which the double tank meta, a new Barak or a Tyrael is a shit ton of a shield. And yeah, it only lasts for 3 seconds, but you might as well just make them immune for 3 seconds if you hit it on them when they're topped off, which you can keep people topped off pretty easily. Rewind, unless you're going for like the Earthgrass Totem Rewind, I don't see the point of it. Yet again, I mean, you don't really need to rewind into another Lightning Shield or another chain heal. It's just kind of redundant. Gladiator's Warshout, you're never going to take Bloodlust to begin with, so what's the point of giving your minions Bloodlust and making it global? Oh, I was out of position, I didn't realize a team fight happened. Quick, let me pop Bloodlust. Woohoo. No, not going to happen. Just stick with Storm Shield here. Storm Shield, and yeah, Rehgar is very, very mobile, but just remember that he also can be squishy. You do not want to be up in the front. Even though he does deal damage, you want to be getting those last hits with the Feral Lunge, if at all possible. If you're going to die by doing it, don't do it. The name of the game is stay alive and contribute with your team. You are the support. You're probably going to be the hard support in your group, and you are going to be the one keeping everybody else alive. So if you dive in to get a kill, you don't want to do that, because now you're dead. You're on what, a 20-second, 30-second, 40-second timer, and that gives the other team a chance to, I mean, even if it is a 4v4, in all likeliness, their healer's still alive and your team's healer is dead. Not a good scenario. It could be evenly matched number-wise, but they got nobody to heal them up. If they get engaged on, it's going to be a very rough time for them. So please be careful with the chase. Rehgar is very, very dive. I understand the need for wanting to, oh my god, I got Feral Lunge, let me go try to get this kill. Another thing is with Feral Lunge, it can be very, very finicky. You have to watch, because sometimes you're just trying to path and it'll attack a minion, or it'll go snapping at a wall. You'll learn to get used to it. It took me a little while, but just be very careful with the way you're pathing. Other than that, I don't think there's much. I will go through the build again one last time. Colossal Totem on 1, Feral Heart if you're lacking mana, if you're not confident in your mana consumption, or Farsight once you get to that point. I would say Earth Shield on 7, Ancestral Healing on 10, either Feral Lunge, like I said, for the utility and the extra damage, or if you still feel lacking on your healing, you can grab the Healing Surge. Blood for Blood, unless you want to go for the root, which, meh, but you Blood for Blood 9 times out of 10, and then you want to go Storm Shield. So with that said, thank you guys. This was Lost from the Chaos Vanguards. I will see you all next time.